Hey, vinyl community, and welcome YouTubers from everywhere. Met my mailman this morning and I got a package I wasn't expecting. Usually get one record, from Discogs. Here's a pretty big box, pretty heavy. Well, was not expecting this, but this is VCLT from my friend Paul, BarakaPDub. You dog. Let's see what he sent. Got my big old trusty knife that I leave here. Okay. Stiffeners. Can't have too many stiffeners. Got a little note here which I will read later. Here's a nice pack of stuff. Oh, man. A big haul here. What do we have first? Oh, the Minx. Exactly what you think she is. Plus 60s pop psych soundtrack with DVD of feature film. I am not familiar with this, but starring Jan Sterling. Oh man. I can't wait to check this out. Never seen it before. Original motion picture soundtrack. I've probably heard of it. Oh, it's Buck Rogers for Adults. A peek into the year 2069. I got to live forever. Space Thing. Original motion picture soundtrack. I got a category for soundtracks now. Holy cow. I might be getting a reputation here in the vinyl community. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. Skin Shape, Phylloxeny. After Midnight. I'm not familiar with this one, but I know it will be good. Includes poster and digital copy. Gold Frap, Tales of Us. Joe, Annabelle, Drew, Ola. Man, I got some listening to do. Kira, Memories of Days Gone By. Not familiar with this one either, but I'm sure the little note's going to explain a little bit what these are, because these are things that I am not familiar with, but I'll read the note. I'll check out these records, and you guys keep them spinning, and I'll be right back. Thank you, Paul, for those wonderful VCLTs. I'm going to start off with this record, Kira Skov, Discoveries of Days Gone By. She's from Denmark. This record is from 2011, and it says it's dedicated to Billie Holiday. So, of course, you got some good Billie Holiday covers on here. She is the vocalist, and it has trombone, tenor sax, piano, bass, and drums. And this is a delicious combo for this kind of music. The sound quality on this record is excellent. I'm just loving this record. And one of the things is a trombone and saxophone, kind of a mellow trombone and a breathy saxophone. That adds a timbre to the music that's hard to get any other way. And as everybody knows, female vocal, my favorite category. So I'm just going to talk about 3 records that he sent me today, the 3 female vocal records. This is the first one I listened to. I am loving this record. Surprise on this record. He mentioned in the note that she put in a couple of her original compositions. Now I'm listening to the record, enjoying it, and I might not even notice which one is which, but the first tune on side B, Flower of the Evening, talk about a surprise. That's my favorite track of the whole album. I love that track. The whole record is just, I'm going to be looking for more of her records, but man, that track just does it. You got vocal overdubs, a little chorusing effect going on, and the music is outstanding, and her compositions fit right in with the Billie Holiday style of stuff perfectly. Here's something else I like about the record. Which side is side B? Can you guess? Yeah, so many of these records, they get all artsy, and it's almost impossible to, even with a magnifying glass, to see which is which. So, Kira, I'm in love with you. And now we're going to listen to the next 2 female vocal records, and I'll be right back with a little discussion about them. Correction, not 3 female vocals. No female vocal on this record. I don't know where I got that idea. This record limited to only 700 copies, and Paul got one that was signed 2019. The guy signed it. I have a question mark. Is this a 2018 record or a 2019 record? I will research that a little further. Says on Discogs that this is down-tempo, trip-hop, psych. Not much psych here, but maybe a little bit. And down-tempo and trip-hop, of course, those, I don't particularly know what those are. I've heard them before, and I'm learning slowly. This record is done by William Dorey, who signed it, W. Dorey there, and to say what Paul said here is it's one of his favorite from last year, Skin Shape, an eclectic mix of many different things, but it could easily fit into the category of a laid-back weekend morning record. Saturday morning, I'm listening to it, and here's the inner sleeve. Has 3 songs, tracks with vocals, and the rest are instrumentals. A few of the instrumentals have some harmonizing or whatever going on. One of the things that makes a record like this so enjoyable is the instrumentation, a little bit different, unique, adds the different atmospheres and feelings to the different songs. Just a quick run through what's on this record on different tracks: trumpet, tuba, French horn, cello, violin, double bass, oboe, drums, and it says all other instruments and vocals. William Dorey doesn't say what those other instruments are, but that kind of instrumentation really adds to the feeling that you get with this record. I really like this record, really enjoyable. This is from the UK. Very atmospheric. I think this record would go as good in the evening, maybe a late night, and having a drink or something. And I enjoyed the songs, and just to read the last of a song, I don't know, the last phrase of that. I didn't know that you would leave so soon. I'd have tried a little harder to make you smile once more. One day I'll come to find you, wherever you may be. If only time was kinder, you would still be here. And I can relate to sentiments like that, and just very laid back, enjoyable music. Thank you. Okay, Paul, you've done it now. Goldfrapp, we're going to talk about that. Here's what he says. It's very somber, but sonically it's spectacular. Very thought-provoking, and unlike anything else she has previously done. Bam! A duo with lots of help from other people. Like all of these, never heard of Goldfrapp before. Oh man, gatefold. Came with either a CD or a download card. Here is the inner sleeve. Lots of information about the different instrumentation. Has quite a bit of orchestral stuff in it. Of course, her voice is like a musical instrument, so I don't know what any of the songs were about. I was enthralled by the music. I was entranced by the music. And so the next time I listen to this, I will focus on the lyrics so that I know what she's singing about. But this music says this from 2013. Again, Discog says down-tempo, indie pop, synth pop. Music very emotional and just beautiful. These are all original songs. As you've heard me mention a few times in the past, probably one of my favorite, my favorite record, new music of the last 3 or 4 years that I've picked up and listened to more than any other record. St. Vincent, Mass Education. Is that anything like this record? Not really, but they're alike in one case. The emotions you feel when listening and the feelings that rise to the surface. You're going to have to try it for yourself, folks. The words are evading me, but this music, this album, thank you, thank you, thank you. And that's all I got to say.